that he want the black woman, he said, come in with nappy hair. That's what he said. And he said, because we need to understand the original of who we are. As long as we keep trying to look like somebody else, as long as we keep trying to be like somebody else, as long as we keep, don't understand our original heritage of who we are, our ancestry, like the Black Wall Street, like Colonel Allensworth, the only black city that was developed here by the Colonel coming from the South. When we don't understand that there are over 15 little cities in the San Joaquin Valley that I just found out doing the research for your event, that there are little black towns all over the San Joaquin Valley. And I'm just now finding that out. And so much pride, I was like, wow, Centerville, right down the street here, just 20 minutes from just, right down going towards Singer, was a place where our ancestors gathered there. And I drove through there today and you don't see anything, monuments of us, nothing. And I just sat down and my heart was sad, because I said, our folks tried to leave a legacy here for us today, and people have erased it. They rerouted the water from Colonel Allensworth when he tried to build the city, and all of a sudden he becomes dead in LA, someone hit him on a motorcycle. And so it's just sad, but you're right, we have to take ownership. And I would wish that our black churches would do more. Because, on Sundays, we love our people, and every person should take ownership of their culture, right? It's not my responsibility to take ownership of Hispanics. That's their responsibility. It's not my responsibility to take ownership of the Hmong community. That's their responsibility. Now, they can teach me, right? So it's my responsibility to take my history to teach it like I'm supposed to teach it. I mean, you agree with that or disagree?
Yeah. And I want to make a comment about the nappy hair. I don't know where that word came from, and it seems like the word is always used in a negative.
Right.
I don't know where. I think they gave that to us. Somebody gave that to us.
Oh, okay.
Nappy hair. The way I look at it, the curls, these are really curls on our head.
Curls.
Yeah, they curl. They might be tight curls.
But they curl.
And so it's positive. It's really a positive.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right.
And I wish that we could speak that. And I know that's a hard thing to do, to try to change that around. Because if you try to tell them it's not negative, it's positive,
Right.
It's beautiful. It's tight curls, they're your curls, that's what God gave you. It's beautiful.
Right.
Nothing to be ashamed of. But you have parents, grandparents, that word has been embedded in them and us to be a negative.
Right.
And so now, just like Carter G. Woodson said, now that we educate people, it's not a negative.
Right.
It's beautiful. Those are tight curls, and that's what God gave us, so it's beautiful.
Right. So what's next now? I mean, you do something, probably the first person other than myself, do a Black History and doing a Turkey Month in November. and so I'm trying to figure out what's next. It's kind of like who shot JR at the end of the movie. All you see is the gun go off, you don't see who shot him. So what's next? I'm really excited to partner with you all. Our church is excited. You have spoken here at our church, at New Life Church of God, on Kwanzaa.
Yes, and that should be next. I really hope that the next event, which should be Kwanzaa coming up, there's going to be one coming up for the young people, December the 6th at the Central Library. So that's going to come up for the young people, but immediately after that, there's going to be a gathering of the adults to plan this year's Kwanzaa, or what we're going to do from December 26th to January 1st. So hopefully a group will come together from the different areas, Bakersfield. I mean, we need to come together in some kind of way. I don't know how we're going to do it, but Kwanzaa is the next thing. And we need to rally around Kwanzaa and make it a part of our life. Take those principles, use them, teach them in Sunday school, teach them in our home, teach it to ourselves first.
Right.
You know, as we use them, you know, teaching in our circles that we're in, family, your neighborhood, your church, community, because those principles are principles of life. It'll make this community, this whole world a better place.
Right.
There's some people, I spoke to one person at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and he talked about all this stuff that he's doing. I mean, everything he told me, those are the 7 principles.
Right.
Unifying, getting people to come together, unity. You know, so they're using Kwanzaa, they don't realize it's Kwanzaa. So we need to bring everybody around to what Kwanzaa is all about, and we can come together. You know, we don't have to really agree with everything that everybody's doing, but we need to come together around principles of life. I mean, you can't disagree with principles of life.
Right.
We have a common thing that we agree with, round it. That's going to make the community better. If we come together as a unity. One person, it's no impact. One church, it's no impact. You have 2 churches, 3 churches, 2 or 3 come together, and you agree on something. God can be in the mix, and you know when God gets in the mix, that's, you know, it's on.
God get in the mix and he can fix everything.
Oh, yeah. But he wants us to come together and agree on something. He don't want us, you know, he's not going to be involved in no chaos. So we can forget it. We can think that God is going to help us all we want. If it's chaos, forget it. He's not going to do it.
Right. So, Sister Wanda, we are just excited to have you on our show, my show tonight, and hope that you will come back and give us an update on your next endure. I just never heard of no one having Black History in November. I mean, I keep saying it over, because that's Turkey Month.
Several people ask me that question. What are you doing in November?
It's Turkey Month, but you know, I want to commend you for your effort, and I know that the turnout can always be better, but I believe God had those who needed to be there and build off of that, and because it's about our babies, it's about our children, it's about the next generation, it's about trying to teach a multicultural community about how to respect one another, how to talk to one another, how to embrace one another. You know, when I'm hurt, you hurt. You know, if I cry, you cry. If I laugh, you laugh. We've gotten away from that. It's just like, you know, your problems is your problems. And, you know, I don't care about your problems. And that's not God. Because God is concerned about everybody. When you bleed, it's one color, red. It's not purple, it's not orange, it's red. And so, therefore, we are our brothers and sisters keepers, you know. And I think a lot of people, you know, have a misperception of me. You know, they think, oh, he's radical, he's this, he's that, and this. But I love people. I just speak truth to power, you know, and I like to empower people so that they will be able to understand that you don't have to be a doormat for no one. You don't have to sit here and allow someone to talk to you in a certain tone or to belittle you. And so those are the type of things that I teach people, you know your rights when confronted by police officers.
Oh yeah, we definitely need
that.
that.
And so there's a lot of things that we have and here at our institution, New Life Church of God, that we're going to implement and be more supportive of your events, the Kwanzaa event. Like you said, just come together, you know.
Yeah, because we plan to, okay, if we have a fashion show in the community, right in the middle of that fashion show, we're going to teach these people something.
Right.
It's not just going to be a fashion show, we're going to get away with it. We're going to teach them something at the fashion show.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and close out